Hello everyone, welcome back to Mommy & Co Fitness. We're going to go ahead and just start marching like we normally do to get warmed up. As you can see, a few things have changed. So I am now 9.5 weeks pregnant, so you'll get to go through that whole process with me. So for those of you moms who are also expecting, we get to do it together. So that'll be fun. And yeah, we're just going to get busy. We're going to do a full body workout. You're getting real life Amy today. Normally I try to give you a shortened version of whatever workout I did during the day with my kids running around. But today, life just was crazy. So this is me at 9 o'clock at night, just now getting my workout in. So I'm going to switch to kicks to the back. We're just, again, getting warmed up here. Because this is my full workout today, this video is actually going to be closer to 30 minutes, but feel free to not do all the repeats and everything, depending on how much time you have. So I'm going to take you through my entire workout so that I can get it done at the same time, but feel free to stop after one rep or just a couple of reps. I like to do 3 reps on some things, 2 reps of others. So just stick with me and do whatever you have time for. Feel free to fast forward to the next move if you need to, not a big deal. All right, hopefully you're starting to feel that heart rate come up. And I'm gonna take it back to a march, shrugging my shoulders up and down. I'm gonna do arms to the front and to the side. Again, I'm just doing a light march, getting that body warmed up and arms overhead and to the side. This one might be a little bit more intense since we're doing a full body workout in 30 minutes. But again, feel free to slow it down a little bit. You don't have to stay at this pace, go slower, take those breaks in between, that's okay. Do what fits your level. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of one arm switches and kicks here. And then we're gonna go ahead and stretch it out. So if you've watched any of my videos, this routine's gonna look pretty familiar to you. I like to do the same stretches and everything so that way I remember that I got them all in. I'm gonna reach down. I'm gonna turn my torso towards the foot. We're stretching the back of the leg, those hamstrings and calf muscles. And that side. Go ahead and switch, turn towards the other side. And back to center. Bend the knees, chin to chest, roll it up. Let's go ahead and put one foot out front. Square up those hips, reach down with both hands. Bend the back knee, bring up that front toe. We're just emphasizing the stretch in the back of that calf muscle. Place that foot back on the ground, come up and switch it out. Again, square up the hips, bring those inner thighs together as you reach down. Bend the back knee, bring up that front toe. Place that foot carefully on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and stretch out these quad muscles. If balance is a little bit hard for you, and it will be as my stomach gets bigger, throws off your equilibrium, right? Then feel free to make sure you hold onto a chair or something like that. Stay safe. And I'm going to go ahead and switch. Let's go ahead and bring an arm across. Again, you want it to be the same height as the opposing shoulder. And switch, because we're going to work the arms and the legs today. We're going to get the heart rate up. We're even going to end with a little bit of core. So drop a hand behind your head, tip to the side. Arm comes up, rotate that hand, bring it down, gentle pull on the fingers. Rotate those fingers in. Same thing on the other side. Drop a hand behind your head. And come up, hand in the air. Rotate the wrist, bring it down. Gentle pull on the fingers. Rotate those fingers in. Let's take care of the neck and then we're gonna get going. Stand up straight and tall, shoulders down and back. Bring the chin down to the chest. Rotate ear over shoulder. And again, I'm starting to do this, I'm about 9 weeks pregnant at this point. One of the common misconceptions is that you can't work out while pregnant. And that is not true. It's very good for you and the baby for you to keep up a regular fitness level. Now you might have to back it off a little bit and not be quite so intense with it. Again, talk to your doctor first, obviously. But if you can keep up a lightweight routine and you can keep up walking, some kind of cardio, it's really good for you. So, all right, right off the bat, we are gonna do 1 minute. I have a step right here because I got it super cheap at the store as like the last one. So if you don't have a step to actually step up on, then you can just march in place as fast as you can. But I'm gonna go ahead and use the step since I have it, and we're gonna just start off with 1 minute of a fast step. We're gonna go ahead and get that heart rate up, and then I'm gonna start adding in some weights and stuff. So 1 minute, here we go. And I'm just doing a little bit of a kick with it. And again, if you don't have a step, that's okay. You can just march in place as fast, you know, pick a nice comfortable speed because you're gonna do it for a full minute. But if you have a step available, it just gives a little bit of an extra workout to those hamstrings and the quad muscles. And I'm keeping my arms involved. We are getting that heart rate up. So with this one in particular, I'm just going for speed, making a nice comfortable pace that's a little bit faster. Don't forget to breathe. Pretty soon I won't remind you, you'll be gasping for air, right? I love as my belly gets bigger, how much harder it is. All right, and take it down. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some weights. I'm using about 5-pound weights. I'm gonna keep stepping up. I'm gonna do these bicep curls for 30 seconds. And I'm just gonna keep stepping up on this step while I'm doing the bicep curls. If this is too much weight for you, feel free to grab a smaller weight, maybe go for more time. You can adjust the intensity level with both your speed and with your time. I'm gonna switch to a shoulder press, again, 30 seconds. So I'm choosing kind of a brisk pace, but feel free to slow it down if you need to. And I'm gonna rotate between these bicep curls and the shoulder press. I'm gonna do it 3 times. So my arms are gonna be feeling it. But again, if you don't have that much time, you can just do it once, repeat it 3 times. I'm gonna switch back to a bicep curl. You want to keep those elbows tucked into your side. Keep your shoulders back, your back straight. Again, I'm doing a little bit of a brisk pace, but you can definitely slow it down. We've got 30 seconds on this, and then we're switching back to the shoulder press. And you can hear my breathing's getting a little heavy. All right, and switch to the shoulder press. And again, if this is too much for you, feel free to use a lighter weight or even no weight at all. That's okay, do what works for you. Don't go too hard too soon because then you'll get injured. So build up. My arms are getting tired. That's okay. Got 30 seconds on the shoulder press. All right, and back to the bicep curl. Last time through. If you need to set those weights down, shake it out for a second, that's okay. Take those breaks as you need them. Or you can even slow down on the step. And again, if you don't have a step, you could just march in place. You're still gonna get that cardio up, but I'm adding a little bit of extra intensity by doing the step as well. We have 30 seconds on this. All right, and last set on shoulder press. Here we go. And I'm doing a full extension. If I were to drop the weights, they would land on my nose. So don't go too far out in front of your head, and don't go directly over your head either. You got 30 seconds on shoulder press. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put one of my weights down, and I'm gonna switch to a lat pull tricep extension. So I'm gonna have the weight over my head. I'll turn sideways, and I'm just gonna pull down, hold it, go up, bend the elbows, and lift up. And I'm just gonna repeat that for a full minute. So you're gonna get tired. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and add the step into it. Full minute, here we go. And you might have to slow down on this one. Takes a little bit more thought and concentration. And again, if that's too much for you to do all of that, then skip the step and just march in place. I guarantee you'll still get a good workout. And you can slow it down or speed up. With weights, I don't like to go too fast because you definitely want to make sure you get form, good form. Quality over quantity. And again, we got a full minute on this. I'm adding the step back in, but you don't have to. All right, and from there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the second weight, and I'm gonna do a shoulder shrug, forearm curl. So I'm gonna keep doing the step, and I'm just shrugging my shoulders up and down, and then I'm turning my wrist in and turning it out. So shrug up, down, out, in. And I'm doing this for a full minute. So just try to get in a little bit of a rhythm with it. If you don't do it perfectly in order, that's okay. Just do your best. And again, if doing the step with it is too much, step in place. That's okay. And I'm gonna repeat this twice, but if that's too much for you, just do it once. Or if a minute is too much, then just do 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Know your fitness level. All right, from there, I'm gonna go ahead and set a weight back down, and we're going back to the lat pull tricep. So I'm above my head, I'm going down in front, back up, elbows up and down. Again, I'm gonna add the step back into it, but you don't have to. And you don't have to do all of the repeats. I'm just giving you full Amy workout today. Because this is what I have time for. Hashtag real life, right? So I'm getting that full body in with the cardio. We're getting the arms in. In a little while, we're gonna add some legs in. And we'll end with a little bit of core. And again, if you are pregnant or recovering from a pregnancy, please make sure you talk to your doctor and make sure that they're comfortable with what you're doing. All right, let's go ahead and add that second weight in again. We're back to the shoulder shrugs and the forearm curl. And also if you're pregnant or recovering from pregnancy, or if maybe you're just a little bit older, or you're just starting on your fitness, feel free to grab a couple of lighter weights. I keep a couple of 2-pound weights on hand, and you can start with that. Or no weights at all. Or if you don't even own weights, grab a couple of cans out of your pantry and use that. Don't be afraid to get creative. Exercise doesn't have to be complicated. We're doing this for a full minute, and then we're gonna switch. All right, from there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this band I have. These are super cheap. One of my favorite pieces of exercise equipment because it's cheap. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and do a chest press. We're just gonna go a full minute. So I'm just going out and in. And depending on the strength of your band, you might have to grab lower to get some good intensity in there. And that's okay. Or you might just have to go longer. This isn't a very hard band, so that's why I'm going for a full minute. But I'm continuing on with the step as I go. You're gonna feel it. Even if you have a light band, if you go for enough time, you're gonna feel it. We've got a full minute on this. All right, from there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my weights. This will give you a minute to catch your breath. I'm gonna go ahead and do some back rows for 30 seconds. So I'm gonna keep my feet about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna lean forward with a flat back, and I'm just gonna pull back. Almost like I'm touching my shoulder blades together. Now, one thing you could do as well is if you had a chair, you could loop a band through it, and you could do your back row like that if you had a weight on the chair. You'd want to attach it to something that you weren't gonna pull over, obviously. Like I have a pillar in my house that if I weren't doing a video, I would loop my band around the pillar so I could keep doing the step at the same time. But for the purpose of this workout and doing a video, I'm doing it this way. So we're back to this chest press. Again, I'm kind of just selecting a nice even pace with the step. I got to catch my breath for a little bit with that back row. And now I'm back to chest press for a full minute. Again, not a heavy band, but I'm really building up the intensity by doing it for a longer amount of time. So you can do the same thing if you don't have a very heavy weight, or you don't have a heavy band, or you don't have any equipment at all. You can do the movement and just do it for a longer amount of time, and you will start to feel it. All right, we're almost done with this minute, and then we're gonna switch back to the back row, and we're gonna repeat this one 3 times, so we have one more set left after this. All right, I'm going back to my weights. Again, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, back is flat. 30 seconds. I'm pulling those shoulder blades together. Keep your neck in alignment with your spine, and don't forget to breathe. We've got 30 seconds on this move. And then we're gonna switch back to our chest press for one more round. All right. Go ahead and put those weights down. Last set on the chest press. Again, you don't have to repeat it 3 times. We've got a full minute. I'm doing it 3 times because this is my normal workout. I usually do this while my kids are eating lunch, while they're playing with their toys, or just running around like crazy, but within a safe space where I can still see them and still be a mom. So, for the purpose of videos though, it's hard to have kids in the video because you wouldn't be able to hear me. So I try to at least do the videos while they're in bed. But today, I wasn't able to get my workout in earlier, so you're getting the whole thing today. But again, feel free to only go through each move once if that's all you have time for. You can fast forward to the next move. That's okay. Hang in with me though. Time flies when you're having fun. We're gonna switch to legs next. Not that we haven't already been working them. All right, last set on the back rows. Here we go. Let's finish up our arms strong. All right, knees are shoulder width apart, back is flat. Pull back. 30 seconds. Again, don't hold your breath. Make sure you're breathing. Your muscles need the oxygen. You're pulling back like you're gonna touch those shoulder blades together. You should be getting tired. That's a good sign. If you're not, then do a couple extra sets. That's okay. All right. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my weights are out of the way because we're gonna use the step and we're just going to do some lunges. So I'm actually going to turn it sideways so that you can see me, and I'm going to step back and lunge a full minute. So I'm lunging back, and I'm rotating those legs. I'm doing a little arm curl thing. You don't have to do that. That just helps me with my balance. And after this, we're gonna go side to side. We're gonna repeat this 2 times, but we're almost done, so hang in there. And you'll notice I also have a water bottle. Make sure you stay hydrated. We have a full minute of this. You're gonna feel it, but we're only repeating it twice, so you can do it. And again, if you don't have a step, that's okay. Just do a step back switch lunge. Next, I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna go side to side. So I'm putting my stepper back here and I'm gonna go side, step in the middle, and to the other side. We've got a full minute. And my legs are burning. Yours probably are too. And again, I'm choosing to use a step to add a little bit more intensity, but you don't have to. You can just do it on the ground, side to side. Make sure your knees stay behind your toes. Keep your back flat. We've got a full minute, so hang in there. And I'm gonna switch back to the step just to add a little bit more intensity. All right, from there, I'm gonna go ahead and just have you do some simple calf raises for 30 seconds. This will give you a minute to catch your breath. Grab a drink if you need one. And my feet are about shoulder width apart. And I'm just rolling up on those toes. Keep good posture. All right, from there we're going back in for another minute on the lunges. I'll turn to the other side this time. And you're just stepping back and lunging. You can go much slower if you need to. I'm trying to keep a little bit of a brisk pace, but if you need to slow it down, that's okay. Or if you need to lose the step altogether, that's okay. Again, do what works for you. What I love about these step back lunges is that it's a great workout and you can literally do it anywhere. Whether you have a step, whether you have a lot of space, these are ones you can do while your kids are in there playing in the bathtub with you supervising, of course. Or again, I do these workouts while my kids are playing, while they're eating lunch, if I get lucky and they're both sleeping. Next, we're gonna switch side to side. We're only repeating this one twice. So hang in there, I know it's probably burning. We've got a minute side to side. And then we'll bring it down a little bit. So hang in there. Just doing a simple step. You can slow it down if you need to, or speed it up. If you are just like at a level 20 on your fitness, speed it up. You could even do your bicep curls at the same time. And you could do a fast switch. All right, from there, We're gonna do our last set of calf raises. So again, my feet are about shoulder width apart. We've got 30 seconds. I'm just rolling up on those toes. And you could even turn your toes out, change it up a little bit. And if something like this is too hard on your balance, have a chair right beside you, that's okay. Again, I'm gonna grab another drink. I'm gonna turn my toes in, change it up again. Okay, from there I'm gonna have you do a little bit of a march. I wanna bring that heart rate down a little bit because next, we're just gonna end with some simple planks. I love planks. They're one of the best core exercises. Now, my one recommendation is that if you are over the age of 55, you will want to be careful with these isometric movements because they can raise your blood pressure. So be careful, ask your doctor. This may not be the move for you, but if you're okay doing so, we're gonna do 30-second front planks and then each side. That 30 seconds might be too long for a lot of you. Planks can be a little bit more intense, so that's okay. Start off with 10 seconds or whichever you have. I'm gonna do a little one arm switch and kick. And the reason this is I don't wanna go with a really high heart rate to down on the ground, holding my movement that's already gonna raise my blood pressure a little bit. So be smart. Don't go from 0 to 100, don't go from 100 back down to 0. It's really important to bring that heart rate down before you do things like go on the ground or tip upside down, those types of things. So if you're feeling okay and you feel like your heart rate is down enough, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. And I'm just gonna do a regular front plank. So my elbows are gonna be right underneath my shoulders and my arms are going to be that shoulder width apart. The important thing on this is you wanna shift your weight to where it's in the middle of that forearm and not all on your elbows. I hear lots of complaints from people saying that their elbows hurt. Well, that just means you need to shift your weight forward a little bit. So we've got 30 seconds. This is gonna get harder as my belly gets bigger. So right now we'll shoot for 30 seconds and hopefully I don't embarrass myself on camera. All right, so I'm just up in position. I want my body to be flat. I want to keep my head in alignment with my spine. My elbows are right under my shoulders. I'm up on those toes. And I'm breathing. Try to relax with it even. We're just going to do 30 seconds on each side. So I'm starting off in the middle. And you can take a break in between. You can drop and do 10 seconds at a time. I'm going to go ahead and rotate. Again, my elbow is underneath my shoulder. I want to keep that hip pushed up to the sky. As you get tired, it's going to want to sag, sag, sag. So try to keep it pushed up. You should feel this in your obliques. And again, try to keep your weight in the middle of that forearm. In 30 seconds, I'm going to switch to the other side. Don't forget to breathe. Good deep breaths. Try to go to your happy place even. All right, from there, I'm switching to the other side. Again, 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna repeat this, but this is the last move of the day. So elbows underneath the shoulder, my head's in line with my spine, my weight is centered on my forearm. If you start tipping over, that's okay. Go down if you have to, come back up. But we're gonna go 30 seconds. We're gonna switch back to the center in just a moment. Good deep breaths. Should be working up a sweat. Back to center. Last 30 seconds, finish strong. And then we're gonna go back and do each side. Last move of the day. Keep your body straight. If it starts to sag, push it up, but don't go too far up. You wanna challenge that core. All right, we're about to switch. Onto the side again, keep that hip pushed up. Elbows under the shoulder. Wipe the sweat off your brow if you need to, I know I do. Even though sometimes I'm tired and I don't feel like getting my workout in, I've never regretted. going ahead and doing it always makes me feel better. And then I can go to bed proud. All right, we just have a few seconds left on this side, and then we're gonna rotate to the other side. Here we go. Last side, last 30 seconds of the day. Hang in there. Finish strong. Don't forget to breathe. Be proud, you're at the end, you did it. And again, if you don't have that much time, that's okay. You don't have to do the repeats, you don't have to hold the moves as long as I do. Do what works best for you. Do what fits in your lifestyle. You might have 30 minutes, you might only have 10 minutes. So do one move and then fast forward to the next move, that's okay. But again, try to keep that hip pushed up and take it down. Whew, good job. From there, we're just gonna do a simple stretch. I'm gonna put my legs together and I'm just gonna lean forward with a flat back. Just feel that stretch in the back of your legs. And then I'm gonna sit up, I'm gonna point my toes forward. It just changes the stretch a little bit. Leaning forward again, flat back. From there, I'm gonna do an ankle above the knee. And I'm gonna push my bum towards my foot. I feel that in my glute muscle, in my hamstring, and in that hip. It feels good. I'm gonna tip to the side. My right knee is pointing up, so I'm gonna use my left hand, and I'm gonna push that knee back and turn to the side a little bit. And then switch. That leg goes on the ground, ankle above the knee. Again, pushing my bum towards that heel. Hold it for a good breath or two, tip to the side. Same thing, opposite arm. Pushing that knee, turning to the side a little bit. And back to center. Let's take care of those arms. Bring your arm across. Couple of good breaths, switch. We're going to drop a hand behind the head. And it's always good while doing that kind of an intense workout. Go ahead and monitor your heart rate if you need to. If you feel like your heart rate's getting too high, then back off a little bit. That's okay. We always want to stay safe. Safety first, right? All right, sit up straight, shoulders down and back. Let's end with our neck stretches. Bring the chin to the chest. Good deep breath. Rotate ear over shoulder. And rotate to the other side. And I know that this video was quite a bit longer than some of my others since you got the full Amy workout today. But thanks for sticking with us, and if you want to see more of these videos, then go ahead and subscribe to Mommy & Co Fitness. I'll see you next time.